Hi everybody, welcome to Dr. Harry's Healthy Corner. This is September and that means it's soup time. Why do I choose to do soups in September? Well, besides the fact that it sounds kind of cool, is that this is a perfect time to start thinking about your immunity, and soups are a great way to boost your immunity. What we want to do in the fall and winter months is we want to be as healthy as possible. So along with practicing things like hand washing, we want to be able to nourish your body so that our immune system can be in gear, so we'll be in the best shape to go into fall and summer. And to go along with that, what I wanted to start with is a zucchini carrot soup. It's kind of like that in-between soup, summer and fall, but it has some great things in it that can help to boost your immunity. So let's talk about the ingredients and basically what these ingredients can do for you. So we've got carrots, and as you see the brightly colored carrots here, what that means is they contain a lot of this stuff called beta-carotene. And what does beta-carotene do? Beta-carotene helps us to make vitamin A, which is a great immune booster, right? And so we then have the zucchini. After all, it's a zucchini carrot soup. And zucchini, again, a little bit more summer, but very nutritious as well. And this one, bet you thought it was potatoes. It's not potatoes. It's daikon radish. And this radish actually looks very much like a carrot. It literally looks like a big white carrot. So next time you go to the supermarket, check that out and see if you like it in your soups or in your salads. Then we've got onions, and onions are great. If you remember when we were children, we had to use a lot of onions. Onions has this substance in it called quercetin, and quercetin is a great anti-inflammatory, great antioxidant, and it also may help us with our allergy symptoms. So yay, onions. And then we've got garlic. Garlic is a great immune booster, as you know, and it smells delicious. It makes everything you cook just absolutely smells mouth-watering. And then we've got turmeric. Turmeric is fantastic. You see that color? That's from the turmeric root. Again, turmeric is not curry. What you add to it makes it curry. It's a great anti-inflammatory, and it flavors the food pretty well. I love the taste of it, and it's a great way to get this great anti-inflammatory herb. And then I love red crushed peppers. Now, that's because I like my soups to be a little spicy. You may not like your soups to be spicy at all, and that is okay. So what you might want to think about substituting here is black pepper to your taste. And then I use a little touch of Himalayan salt. You may use sea salt, but keep in mind sea salt does not naturally have iodine, so you may need to focus on other foods to get iodine. Naturally, iodine helps you to maintain a healthy thyroid, right? And then, of course, the broth. I'm using vegetable broth today. You may use chicken broth, or you may use bone broth. I usually use vegetable broth when I'm doing a vegetable soup. So this will be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and make carrot and zucchini soup. Okay, let's get started. So here, as you can see, I've got the pot on, and I've used about 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, just again to give it some flavor so I can saute my onions and my garlic. So the first thing I want to add is my onions, right? So I'll add the onions to the pot. Listen to that sizzle, right? And then we'll add the garlic to the pot. So far, that's pretty simple. And then what we want to do here is that we want to stir, and we'll do that for about 2 to 3 minutes because we want to release the flavor of the onions and the garlic into the pot, right? So we'll stir, and this is about medium to medium high, this flame. And if you can smell this, wow, this would be so amazing, okay? So then once we've done that, what we want to do here is that we start adding our vegetables. So let's start adding our vegetables. The first vegetable that we want to add is our carrots, right? We add our carrots. Then we add our zucchini. Then we add our radish. And we stir. And what you're doing right now is just coating these vegetables and you're really just kind of coating them in all that delicious flavor, right? The onions and the garlic and the little bit of coconut oil. It really allows the vegetables to be coated and it softens them up a little bit, but you want to get them some flavor first before you start adding the rest of the seasonings and the vegetable broth. And then once you've done that, it starts simmering into a soup. And so you can see how easy this is, right? Listen, I am never going to be a 7-course gourmet cook, but I want to be healthy. And so I have to find simple ways to boost my immune system. And if you're like me and you really cook out of necessity and you really cook because you want to be healthy and you really want to find ways to incorporate vegetables into your diet, this is a great fun way to do it. So we're stirring that and it's looking really, really good right now. And then at this point, once those vegetables are really coated with all that flavor, what we want to do at this point is to add the rest of the seasoning. So we're going to add the turmeric, we're going to add the red crushed peppers or black peppers. We're going to add a little bit of salt, only if you want to. Again, if you're on a low sodium diet, you don't need to add any additional salt. And your vegetable broth can also be salt-free as well. So now we add this brightly colored turmeric. And then we add our red crushed peppers. And then I add a little bit of salt. And then we stir that and stir that in again to coat the vegetables and all of that. And then we will add our broth. So, how much vegetables do I use? Well, I use about 2 to 3 zucchinis. With the decan radish, only 1. With the carrots, what I did is I used about 3 to 4 medium-sized carrots. And then with the onions, I chopped a medium onion. And the garlic, I used about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. And then with the salt, that's about 1/4 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon to your taste. Red crushed peppers, I use about 1/2 teaspoon. Again, you don't have to use red crushed peppers if you don't want to. And honestly, the vegetable broth, you can start with like a cup of vegetable broth and see what consistency you like. If you like your soups to be more on the thinner side, then you add more broth. If you like your soup to be a little bit thicker, then you would want to, at that point, add a little bit less broth. Great thing about the soup is that it can be chunky, or you can puree it to give it a smooth texture. So you're kind of boosting your immunity, but you're having different textures as well. And it feels like you're eating 2 completely different things when you do it in different ways. And that's another reason why I love soup. So this, we keep making sure it's all coated. And then, my lovelies, we add the vegetable broth. And this vegetable broth, again, I would add about 1 cup or so, and to my desired thickness. And then I would stir that, and literally, at this point, just allow the soup to simmer. And we'll check back in when it's done, okay? So we've cooked for about 30 minutes or so, and it's really based on your preference again about how soft you like your vegetables. And once that's done cooking, then this is what we get, the end results. We have a soup that you can have that's chunky, or I'm going to do something else. I'm going to put some, again, in my high-speed blender. You know how I love my high-speed blender. And I'm going to make it into a smooth consistency, and that only takes a few minutes. So here we go. We'll start off low as usual, and then okay, and that should do it.